Hi, it's Adair Palmer here, and I'm just coming to you to give you a short tutorial, a short little sharing of experiences, I guess. Recently I was banned for a week from posting in groups, and I didn't realise that, I had no idea what I'd been banned for. I'm doing on Facebook, because I hadn't done anything differently, and I'm an admin of groups, and I teach people about how to post appropriately, and I make it a point not to spam or not to do the things that I teach not to do. So I want to be a good example, not a horrible warning. And I had learned the hard way. And as part of my Facebook Code Breakers group, I want to be a good example and show people the right thing to do and not the wrong thing to do, which is why I'm doing this little tutorial, because what I found out was that Facebook will move the goalposts, and then you find out by mistake. So it's like a poor parent, really, who doesn't set the boundaries properly for their children, and then when you think you've found out where the boundaries are, they shift them again. And this is, I think, in line with what's happening with the algorithm changes that happened at the beginning of January 2018. So it is now the 22nd of January. So if you are watching this and it's some way down the track, it may have moved even further. But just so you know what's happening in the current environment, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can have a look. Now, this says support inbox, so it's a bit of a misnomer, but I am feeling a little bit cranky at the moment. And it says, and I didn't even think to look in my support inbox, so I just got the message saying I wasn't able to post in groups for a week, and then I was able to post in groups again. But what it's done is it's actually removed posts today as well, which is really interesting, because this one has gone onto a private group that's coaching between myself and another person, doing an orientation to Code Breakers group, which they've taken down. So I'm thinking that's run by a third-party app. This is another one. This was done by Live Leap, and I think that's something that was because they said it removed this post because it looked like spam to us. If you did post this and don't believe it's that spam, let us know. Well, I'll be definitely doing that. And then they've also removed this post because it looks like spam, doesn't follow community standards. This one, again, this is one of the things in common with most of them, is it's shared through Live Leap, which is a program that we used to be able to use and can no longer use. Well, I'm guessing that we can't use it anymore, because I would have several pages and groups where my live broadcasts were live leapt into when I went live, so I didn't have to worry about manually putting the post in different groups. So, and I would only put it into groups and on pages where I thought that it was appropriate to be. So here's another one, another Live Leap one. So that was removed on the 19th. That was 3 that was removed on the 19th of January. And then, so there was one, I said that the post wasn't spam, and I think that was when I first got banned. So I'm just going to I'll keep telling them that I think that is the case. This again, look here, this one is a Live Leap. It says here Live Leap, and this one I believe has Live Leap as well. So there is, this one is Live Leap. So this is the same video that goes out to all the places where groups that I'm admin of, that it's appropriate to go. So here's another one by Live Leap, another one. So they have been removed. This one's interesting. That was a live broadcast directly onto the event where Code Breakers was being the webinar. I hold a webinar every Monday night, and so this was a test where I went onto the event itself, and I did the broadcast through the event itself. And then it's saying here, it told me today that my restriction had been lifted. I'm no longer restricted from joining and posting to groups. So that's the sort of thing that I am going to be really exploring, that, because I can see that that this is obviously posing a problem. Most of them are done by Live Leap. So I'm really curious as to how that impacts. So I've turned Live Leap off. I will be putting in a thing saying they're actually not spam, and I'll be putting in a case, but it doesn't go to a real person. It goes to an automatic reviewer, like artificial intelligence. So I'm not quite sure how successful I'll be, or what sort of words to use to say, hey, I'm innocent, but I won't be using Live Leap again until I find that, because that seems to be the common denominator in most of the posts. So there you have it, folks. With the boundaries, the goalposts being moved, it is quite it can be quite a shock, especially if you use Facebook, if you do depend on Facebook for your business. And here's another lesson. Really, really, really learn this lesson yourself, that you need to use it as a flow of traffic only. The best thing you can do is get people off of Facebook and into your own mailing list, your own email list, and through your website. So that is, they'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but this is something that I've heard people saying over and over and over again. This is not your property. You can't, we're just passengers in the back seat of this bus. We go where Facebook wants us to go. So just help learn this lesson with me, and try not to make the same mistake yourself, okay? All the best as Adair Palmer, and we'll see. Hopefully I'll never have to speak to you about this type of thing again, but I suspect it's going to come up again, maybe at some time in the future when they change the boundaries again. Bye for now.